Okay, so today I am super excited because I'm going to be reviewing the 2025 Rolls-Royce Ghost Black Badge. This is the fastest and most powerful variant of the, I believe, 4th gen Rolls-Royce Ghost you could buy. And so, without further ado, let's get into the specs. This car is powered by a 6.75 liter twin-turbo V12 that creates 591 horsepower and 664 pound-feet of torque. And all that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission through the rear wheels only to help this car get to 0 to 60 in a pretty shocking 4.8 seconds and onto a top speed of an electronically limited 155 miles an hour. And this specific one, with the cloud pattern and everything, especially since it's a black badge, starts at, well, at least this one is $520,000, and it has about 14 miles per gallon. Well, combined it's about 50, but yeah. And I want to ask you one thing. If you guys know, please comment below if you guys know why the Rolls-Royces all have a electronically limited top speed of 155 miles an hour, because still, I don't even know why. But yeah, and the black badge, and I just learned this, over the normal Ghost, actually has a 29 horsepower boost and 31 pound-feet of torque boost over the normal Ghost. So this is about 1 to 2 milliseconds quicker. And so yeah, now that I've told you that, I don't think there's anything else to tell besides this is pretty much the baby Phantom. Yeah. So if you guys know what the Rolls-Royce Phantom is, the link's at the end of this video, but don't skip. That is the fully sized Rolls-Royce sedan. But this brand new Ghost is pretty much just a baby Phantom that's slightly cheaper and slightly smaller. And so yeah. Now that I've told you all that, I think you guys have a rough idea of what the performance is. So now let's look closer into the design. Now let's take a closer look at this beautiful car. So first thing we're going to show is the front. So this is probably one of the biggest new design changes is this front light. The old Rolls-Royce Ghost actually had a light like this, and it would be all the way to here. But now, I feel like ingeniously, they just cut this piece off to save weight, money, and of course now it looks cooler and more futuristic, or at least more up-to-date. You got these like shark fin type air intakes here, like in the 992.2 Porsche 911 Carreras and the Turbo S, where both of them will be showing right now. And then you can see the radiators in there, some more air intakes here, and you can see more of the radiators, and then some more air intakes there that are going to that massive V12. You actually have this little like self-driving helping box thing, which is put directly in the middle of the car, so it actually looks kind of like a design feature, so it actually looks kind of cool, and I think that is pretty ingenious. And then also you have those sensors. I think that's for maybe you could open in if you strap stuff to your roof, and your good old Rolls-Royce grill with the camera. I like how everything is like perfectly, what is it called? Whatever, the same, perfectly identical. So that is actually real metal, which is pretty nice. Unlike the Cullinan, you got real metal all around here, which is pretty nice. Your nice little Rolls-Royce logo there. Your black Spirit of Ecstasy. And interestingly enough, if you grab it and like try to mess with it, because some people vandalize cars, then it'll actually suck back in, which is interesting because there's like a little box in here. So it goes down and then it turns and it just is flat, which is actually a really neat feature, especially since this car is $520,000. And so this is just a black one, but you could also order a carbon fiber Spirit of Ecstasy, which will cost you a whopping $20,000 just for a small Spirit of Ecstasy. that's made in carbon fiber. So the price is pretty shocking for such a small thing, but yeah. So also, if you come to the side of this car, you got new Rolls-Royce rims for the black badge. It almost reminds me kind of like of maybe chains or something like that, but it's a neat design with the silver, brushed silver and then glossy black rims. On the air filling cap, you actually have a little Rolls-Royce logo right there, which is pretty cool. And then you got a Rolls-Royce logos there, and there's a lot of interesting things about this car, and this is another one which is actually pretty ingenious, because these actually stay up, because when you're driving, usually they turn these hubcaps, but these ones actually just stay straight, so you could always see the Rolls-Royce, which is pretty neat. So even if you don't know if it's a Rolls-Royce, which you probably most likely will, you could still see it. And also, you got some more Rolls-Royce logos there, and in your turning signal, I feel like if they made it more like slick and made of LED, it would have looked a little more like new. And you also got your extremely large hood. Like, check this out, all the way to like my chest, well, like the middle of me. But yeah, so that's a massive hood holding that 6.7 liter V12. And then you got your nice big mirrors right here with the little blinker logo like Mercedes and stuff like that. Because I feel like there's so much design details in this car. There's like, oh, let's just add this on, because like you don't really need to make it really detailed. But yeah. Also, another really cool feature, there is a lot here, is these doors actually open backwards, which this is probably one of the only cars in the world that still does that, which is another neat little feature. You got your little keyhole right there. The roof line looks nice and smooth. And then you got this, like, I don't know, it almost looks like lines from these lights. It looks like a line type of trim, but it's actually just lights overhead, so it actually makes that cool little reflection. You, of course, have your gas filler cap there. And then when you come back here, it is actually pretty hard for someone who's not like a car enthusiast or someone who's into cars to see the new difference, but it's actually these rear lights. So before you had like mainly just the silver type of trim and one rear light, but now you have two red strips, a reflector, and your reversing lights all in one, which is actually new. Also, if you look to the side right here, you got this like cut off piece right here, which actually like makes it look like pretty sporty. I think, at least from the back, it makes it look nice and sporty. You got some nice exhausts. There's actually one and another one just like, you know, closed, maybe to let hot air out of those turbos. And yeah, so those are pretty much all of the exterior changes. Like this black trim here with your Rolls-Royce logo, and then that sensor for whatever radio. If you pop this open, you have, I'll check right now, it has 490 liters of space, which is actually pretty good. You got this comfortable mat right here in the trunk. It's actually real wool, and they're so comfortable with leather as well. You got a survival kit in there as well. Some extra storage over here, which actually reminds me of the new Tesla Model Y Juniper, which also will be showing at the end of this video. And you got this nice aluminum trim here as well. And yeah. So also, another neat little feature is, if you actually look at this, you actually have even detail in there. Can you guess what car that is? Well, it's this car, which is pretty cool. Or a Rolls-Royce boat tail. But yeah. So, and you also have painted literally metal, the same color of the exterior. So I think we showed all of the trunk. Now let's hop in. Go. Here, I'll show you that in a sec. But let's hop in here and close the door. So you got a actually pretty good sized door. you got really interesting carbon, which I'll show you in a sec. And you've probably never seen it like this. The closing, the way you close the door, you actually have to grab up here. There's like a piece in the window, which is pretty interesting. So you close that, and you have some nice, oh actually, no. So you got some nice soft closed doors there, and you're instantly greeted by a really, really, really comfortable interior. First thing, of course, you notice is these super comfortable seats. Probably one of the highlights of Rolls-Royces. This has the, let's see, this actually has the cloud design. So this design was made only on this year of cars. I believe they might have it in the future, but they've never had it before. And this actually celebrates when BMW took over the Rolls-Royce group, which is pretty interesting. It's probably like a $20,000 option as well, which is pretty neat. And yeah, if you're sitting here literally, like, and I'm not joking, I could fall asleep in this car. Like, if I just lay like this, I literally might fall asleep. So I can't sit back because I might lose y'all in this video. But yeah, so you got those comfortable seats. You got this, probably the most interesting carbon trim in the world, which is actually, only Rolls-Royce knows about. This is actually hidden type of carbon that no one else knows how to weave. Check that out. That is like a diamond shape. No one in this world, like no other person besides Rolls-Royce company knows how to do this. So that's a really nice, interesting feature. You have it all throughout here, which is pretty nice. That shows another black badge thing. You open this, and you have a tiny amount of storage. Not too much, but it's fine. Let's see. And you close it up. That's actually like soft leather. Everything in this car seems to be soft. And you also have your nice armrest here, your window switches, your door handle. For some reason, always seems to be painted turquoise, interestingly enough. Also, you got your two speakers, like the Bentley Continental GT and all Bentleys pretty much. The same also type of, what is it called? That's actually real metal, listen. So that's all nice, heavy, real metal there. It's all blacked out since it's a black badge. You could open it and close it here. And before I forget, I actually want to show you all one really cool feature that you won't see on pretty much any other car in this world. Actually, you actually have to go to the other side to see it. I checked, and it actually doesn't have it in the front or the other side front doors, but in these back doors, you push it in. It's kind of hard to, but I think you're supposed to push it in and it pops out. You could choose all types of colors like orange, blue, purple, whatever, green, all types of different colors. Let's hop back in and keep going on with our review. You could hear the electronic doors if you be quiet. And then I guess you have to kind of pull them closed, because then they shut nice. And yep. And I don't know why they have like that interesting sound. This is actually a screen, and it shows like the night sky or something like that. And then you have storage space here. And yeah, you actually have a black badge symbol down there. If you open the door up a little bit, you can see Ghost, and then it shows the black badge logo there. And yeah, so you got all that nice stuff. You got a screen here. This is actually a really cool, interesting thing. Is you actually have a little, look at that, a little, what is it called? Watch or whatever, little clock. And then you have a tiny little Spirit of Ecstasy hidden in there, which is really, really neat. And let's see, we could turn this screen on. So one actually interesting thing about this car is you could use the touchscreen if you want, okay? You could look with your touchscreen and everything like that. You could actually search with the touchscreen. I guess the battery is dead, so, well, I guess you can use the touchscreen. but it keeps saying stuff's up with this battery. But yeah, you could control it from here, or you could actually look around with this. But it keeps turning off because I guess the battery's dead, so I won't be able to show you this. But I mean, I've reviewed Rolls-Royce before, so you probably know what it looks like if you watched my video. And yeah, so you got all these different buttons here, radio, all types of different things. You can control your seats right there. Of course, you can control the touchscreen with this, which has a nice little Spirit of Ecstasy right there, which is cool. You have cup holders here, and if you press them in and bring them out, you could actually close them, and it has carbon fiber trim up here. Pop that open, and really, you don't have that great amount of space, that great amount of storage. You can fit your phone here, and a light, and then like a USB-C charger there, but you can't really get much else, it seems like, to fit in there. And yeah, you got also your good old Rolls-Royce steering wheel. It's massive, though, to tell the truth. You got a massive honk horn, your horn there, that cool little carbon trim there, and then you could speak and stuff like that by pressing those buttons. Battery's dead though, so we can't show you that. Also, you have a touchscreen there, so you can see the speed you're going at and everything like that. And yeah, so I think we've checked out all of the front seats. Now let's hop into the back. Okay, so now we're in the back of the 2025 Rolls-Royce Ghost Black Badge. So it's even comfier back here than literally the front seats. These seats are literally like pillows. I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep in this. The headrests also are like super duper comfortable. You got your nice seat belts here. This is actually the middle seat, and if you want to pull button in there and pull it down, it comes out as an armrest if you want to feel more luxurious. And you press that, and you got some storage here. And then you press this, and you got nice cup holders. You can see this nice, shiny carbon fiber trim there. And then you just pop that back in. And yeah, so it's actually interesting how that mechanism works. It pops closed. So these, like, literally, I can't compare anything else. And yeah, so also you got, this is actually a really nice feature. If you press this one, this pops down, and you got a nice carbon fiber tray here. And then if you press this other side, this screen comes out. Sadly, the battery died, but you have cool tech on this screen here. Let's close that, and yeah, you have a nice little lunch table, like almost airplane style here, which is pretty nice. And yeah, the seats are just like, I can't stop talking about how comfortable these seats are. The middle one, I wish it would have had a, what is it called, headrest, but it's actually not bad. I mean, it's not that comfortable, but with a headrest, it actually would have been pretty doable. And if you have these nice little also metal things here, and then your carbon trim. You got your like adjustments for the seat, your USB-C cables there, and then for your headphones. And yeah, also you got lights here that you could turn on. The battery's dead though, so I can't. You have star lights and stuff like that. You could like turn on the shooting star lights, which are actually really popular. And they actually copied it from Maybach from the early 2000s, Rolls-Royce did. And so, yeah. I think we've checked out all of this car. Let's hop out and near the end of our video. One more thing before we hop out. Got some nice like leather and metal handles here, which are nice. And so, let's get out and near the end of our video. So I hope you like this video. Remember to like and subscribe to Xaaron Reviews, and see y'all next time. Also, check out my X account and comment down below what you think of this car.